Hello, this is my assignment for Module 7, the Human Resource Framework. Watching the video about Bowman and Deal's Human Resource Framework for Leadership, they talked about how the organization is considered a family that works together. It takes into account skills, attitudes, teamwork, and communication. And the better the organization can work together, the more it is going to serve everyone's needs. The more communication there is, the more teamwork, the better the attitudes are, will help out the organization overall, which in this case, I think the organization is the school. Here is how I kind of categorized all the different groups. Obviously, at the top of it is the principal, the administrator. And I thought long and hard about where to put these next to, but to me, students and teachers are kind of on the same level. I know the goal of a school is to make sure that the students are successful, but in my opinion, you have to get your teachers ready to help those students be successful. If your teachers aren't very knowledgeable, they don't have very good classroom management, or maybe they aren't healthy themselves, then they aren't going to be a successful member of the organization to help the students. Teachers, in my opinion, are with the kids just as much as their parents are. Um, I'm a coach as well, and sometimes in a day when we have a game, I'm actually with their kids more than the parents are. So that's why I place the teachers above the parents. Um, Obviously, the parents are very important because they are the ones that are instilling some of those values and beliefs in their students. And it's important that they help out their students at home. Um, I also think that the community is about on the same level as parents, because one of the big pushes, especially with KISA, is community involvement, getting your stakeholders involved. Um, you want your parents involved and on board with what changes you're going to make, and you also want the community, because the community is the one that votes for increases if you want to do something to your school. Um, they're the ones that are providing money if you're fundraising for something. So it's important to get your community involved. Along with your community involved would be your alumni. Like I said, they're sometimes the ones that provide money for different projects that you're doing. So I kind of separated them as far as like outside the school and then inside the school. So just below the teachers, to me, I put the office staff, cooks, and custodians all on the same level. Um, the kids see the custodians quite frequently. You know, they interact with the cooks, and the office staff is usually the first line of defense or people that the kids see. So you got to make sure that, you know, they're all doing their job and they're doing what they can to make the kids successful. You know, the office staff needs to be pleasant and inviting and willing to help out the kids. Your cooks are the same thing. They need to be positive and inviting, which sometimes is hard, especially in our school. Um, Sometimes our cooks are really abrasive and they don't need to be. Um, and obviously, the custodians, you got to have them on board because you want your school to look nice. If your school looks nice, then the environment that the kids are learning in is positive and they're going to be more successful. Just below the office staff, I put the paraprofessionals. They have to be on board with what the school is doing, because your kids that struggle deal with the paraprofessionals just as much as they deal with the teachers. Um, they might not every kid's going to deal with the paraprofessionals, but you still need to make sure that they're on board and helping those kids in any way possible to be successful. Um, right below the custodians are the maintenance personnel, which you might not see as much as the custodians. Those are maybe the ones that come in and fix the heater or fix a light if it's broken. But they're just as important as anybody else. And like we've talked about on the other assignments, it's really hard to make sure that everybody is on board. But once everybody is on board and working together as a family, your organization or the school is going to be successful. And the ultimate goal is to make sure the students are successful in life and in school, and they're going to go on to be productive members of society.